Okay, I'm looking at a problem with my e-bike here. If you're watching this channel in order to see a Volkswagen repair video or a car repair video, then you can just skip this one if you don't want to see the e-bike stuff. But what I'm coming up with is I can achieve here and there, but I can't get the shifter to go to there. And I've played with this and adjusted it. You know, there's a X and a Y stop on here, and just don't want to go any farther. Now this one, it's never really went to there because of the chain angle. Maybe it should, maybe it can't, but what I've come to the conclusion of is this derailleur is just too sloppy. It's just too wiggly, and it doesn't have the ability to do precisely that and move all the way to there. So I think I'm going to need to replace that. And this has a crappy twist throttle shifter, and I absolutely hate that. So when I go to put it in the lowest gear, I have to pull and pull real hard, and half the time when I release, it will jump back into second instead of staying in first. Now I've tried adjusting it. There's this here, and you can see here this is all the way, almost all the way out. But the point is, all the slop in this thing is just making it impossible. That slop right there is making it impossible for it to adjust. And my other bike has a trigger style shifter. Actually, both my other bikes have a trigger style shifter, and I really want a trigger style shifter, so I'm going to replace this with a trigger style shifter and replace the derailleur. Let me see if I can show you. Okay, so when I give this some throttle, that's the highest gear it can reach. And when I turn the shifter, see there, it flopped right back to second. Now I can definitely adjust this and make it stay in first, but I've had to adjust it a whole bunch already. Maybe a little bit farther. And as you can see there, it still doesn't want to stay there. It pops over to the second kind of that, or there it goes, did it again. So this adjustment's all the way out. And I can adjust it a little bit more over there, and obviously I can change the adjustment of the cable. But I had this nearly perfect when I started riding this bike. And obviously the power of the motor puts a little bit extra load on the chain and on the sprocket, on the derailleur. But I think I just need to change the derailleur, and I can adjust it up real good after that, and I'll get me a nice new shifter. So here's what I got. I got me a chain, a shifting lever. My bike is a 7-speed. Well, actually when the bike originally came out, it was a 21-speed because it had 3 gears on the front, but with the e-bike kit, it only has 1 gear on the front. And then I have a derailleur here. Horny. This one has an adjustment here that I think will be helpful. You can adjust, I think that's the spring tension of that spring right there. Huh, I didn't know it came with a cable. It's going to come with a plastic housing for the cable. Well, just in case you didn't know, this is how an auto mechanic who has a lift but not a bike repair stand works on a bike. Of course, I have a camera stand because I'm putting this on YouTube. Okay, I'm going to take this gear off the derailleur in order to free the chain where it ain't trapped in there. except I took the wrong one off. I needed to take the other one off. I'm just going to bend this tab out of the way. I'm just going to bend this tab out of the way. This derailleur is no good anyway. I don't need to take this nut that holds the cable in place off. Now I need to take the bolt out of the derailleur. I probably should have done this first. I had to take the bike off the strap that was hanging it in order to do this easily. Underneath here is how the current shifter unhooks. Probably going to have to cut some tie wraps and get the cable unrouted. So here's the new shifter, and I kind of have to make decisions on where to put it. It runs into the throttle, and obviously that ain't enough room for my hand, so I'm probably going to have to put the throttle on this side of it. Well, this is the final orientation I've decided upon. The shifter works really, really nice here. Feels just appropriate with my fingers. I want to point out that I'm going to have to transfer, this is the old shifter, and I'm going to have to transfer these outer housings of the cable to the new one. And I want to point out this little guy right here. Don't lose those. Make sure you put them on there. They go right there, and they're designed to keep that cable from flopping against you. I'm not sure if I'll need the exact same length of chain. I watched a Park Tool video that showed how to judge the chain length by just going largest ring to largest cog, and I think I'm going to do that and confirm that the length is the same length as my chain. Okay, I've got the chain cut to the length I want it. And for installation, you want to put this on the smallest tooth count of gear, the highest gear. So I'll put the master link in here. Pull the chain to it. And you should be able to go all the way to the first gear without it, because that gear is larger, and still have slack in the derailleur. Now I need to adjust the stops, and I'll need to hook this cable up, and then I'll need to adjust the cable, and I'll be good to go home and take a nap. Need to loosen this up where I can get this cable connected. Okay, so I'm getting ready to put this cable in, but I want to make sure that all these ends of the cable are tucked all the way in their holes. There's no slack in the cable. I want to make sure I got it routed the way I want it routed too. And I also want to make sure my gears are in the position that they're in down there. so I want it in 7. And after final adjustment, nice. Here's how the front area ended up. I put my cell phone holder over here, which I don't really like because I'm right-handed. And in order to make room for it, I put the headlight on the gooseneck. It's about a week later, and I've been riding my e-bike to work every day. And I just wanted to follow up that the new shifter and the new derailleur are working flawlessly. Not a single missed shift. And it's been fantastic. And if you like this video, be sure and click the like button. If you want to donate to the continued production of these videos, visit my website at www.kansascitytdi.com. And if you don't like this video, you're welcome to put comment down below. And if you want to watch some more of my videos, there'll be one right here and one right there. And don't forget to subscribe right there.